Hey guys, Denver James here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Mixed Doubles Dice and Card Game. I'm going to be breaking down how it works, what's great about it, what's not so great about it, and my overall thoughts on the game. I'm also going to be reviewing one of my favorite coffee brands at the end of this video, so you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. And as well, if you'd like to see more review videos like this one, please be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a single upload. Let's talk about how the game works. The object of the game is to rack up as many points as you can by rolling dice and seeing if you can win your wagers and roll the right colors. To start, you're going to draw 3 cards and put them face up in front of you. This is going to be known as your palette. Anytime you move any cards from your palette, you're going to draw the same amount of cards and put them in each of those slots. And just like that, you're ready to start playing. Let's get your first round going. During your turn, you have the option to either just roll your colored dice or to make a wager. If you choose to just roll the dice, you get whatever colored cards you rolled for, both from your own palette and from the jackpot. At this point in the game, there may not necessarily be cards in the jackpot to win yet, but you can still win the cards from your own palette, so it's definitely worth rolling. If you roll a color that corresponds with some of the cards in your palette, you then get to take those cards and put it into your bank slot, which is going to be right to the left of your palette. You're now on the road towards earning points. Keep in mind that this game utilizes color combo methods, meaning that if you roll a yellow and a blue, you have in fact rolled green, and thus you get any green cards in your palette and in the jackpot. If you choose to make a wager, things get just a wee bit more competitive. To make a wager, you must bet from the cards in your own palette. For example, if you want to wager for red cards, you need to make sure that you have some red cards in front of you in your palette. If you rolled the colored dice and you rolled double red, you not only get the red cards from your palette in the jackpot, but you also get the red cards from your opponents as well. However, if you don't roll the color that you wagered, you then have to take those same cards and actually deposit them into the jackpot. This is how a jackpot begins to build throughout the course of the game. Keep in mind that if you wager one of your cards, you get one roll to try and win those cards. However, if you wager 2 cards of the same color, then you get 2 rolls, or if you wager 3 cards of the same color, then 3 rolls. There's also various kinds of color combos and special actions that can be rolled, as well as different action cards that can be played as well, making it an exciting gameplay experience. Luckily, there's a breakdown of how each of these actions and combos work in the instructions so that you never get lost along the way. The game is close to its end when all the cards from the draw pile have run out. At this point, everyone is going to put all of their colored numbered cards into the center of the jackpot, at which point every player has one last chance to roll the dice to see what they can get from it. After this, every player is going to add up their points to see which of them wins. Let's talk about what's great about this game. As far as risk-taking games go, Mixed Doubles is one of the most exciting and exhilarating games I've ever played. While you are competing against your opponent to win the most points, there's also so many points to be won, so it's really easy to get caught up in the fun and the action of that. Another thing I love about the game is the design of it. It just looks so cool. It's just got this great neon color scheme going for it. The game itself is also super compact, making it easy to store away in your collection or to even take it on the go. And lastly, what I love about this game is the constant interplay between the cards and the dice. It's becoming increasingly popular for games to combine dice with cards, and Mixed Doubles pulls this off really well. While you're experiencing the rush of collecting all these different cards, you're also rolling the dice at least once every single turn, so it's just keeping the gameplay constantly fresh and addictive. Let's talk about what's not so great about this game. There's very little to poke at about this game, but one thing I'll highlight is one of the rules in the instructions, or the lack thereof. When making a wager, the rules don't exactly specify whether or not you get cards for the color you rolled if it wasn't the color you wagered for. While it can be assumed that while you're making a wager roll that the original rules for every other roll don't apply here, this isn't specified in the instructions for the game. This made things slightly confusing for my wife and I as we tried to decide what the right thing was to do within the context of the game. Despite that, Mixed Doubles gives you an exhilarating gaming experience. It looks great, the game itself is compact, and the gameplay is simple and easy enough to learn. I've played this game nearly a dozen times since picking it up a month ago, and I highly doubt that the game is going to be collecting dust on my shelf anytime soon. Well, hey, that's all I've got for you guys in my review of the Mixed Doubles card and dice game. You know, funny enough, I just got done playing this same game with a group of friends a couple of hours ago, and right before we started playing, we kicked things off by brewing some of Seattle's best coffee brew. We bounced back and forth between their 2 brews, Portside Blend and House Blend, blend, and both of them are delicious. House blend is going to give you just a good traditional rich coffee taste, while portside blend is going to be a bit on the stronger and bolder side, giving you options of flavors to go for. Typically with K-Cups, the risk that you take is that the coffee isn't nearly strong enough, but I'm telling you this right now, Seattle's Best has come out strong and bold every single time. You can find these fairly easily on Amazon. If you'd like to see more review videos like this one, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single upload. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this review video. I sure hope it helped you out. Take care, and I'll see you guys around.